I think we're in an interesting spot there.
I think we're in a very exciting spot. And I think, you know, COVID has really thrown a lot of people together to work better. I think, you know, we've all realised that, you know, well, government alone can't solve these problems. Impact investors haven't solved them. Not-for-profits haven't solved them. So for me, the missing link is getting the brains of the private sector powering the future of not just social, but affordable and home ownership. And, you know, and I think that's critical for this country. You know, when I think about my parents, you know, who migrated, my mum migrated from Egypt in 1972 with 3 children. And she lived in a 2-bedroom unit in Hillsdale. That's where I grew up. And she bought that, you know, by herself.
Yeah.
But, you know, she met my stepdad, and my stepdad was sharing 2 single beds with my brother. Like, you know, they were in a bedroom by themselves. My other brother had left, and I was sleeping with my mum. I mean, even those sacrifices, even if someone tried to make those sacrifices today, they still wouldn't be able to buy a shitty little apartment in Hillsdale like my mum did in 1972.
Yeah, it's different now.
Right?
I
It
agree.
is so difficult. So I'm liking, you know, we also need to bring in the startup minds in all of this. You know, I saw a little startup that was saying, like, your first 2 years of rent becomes your deposit. So, like, how do we create products that can actually help that next generation, like my kids and your kids, who haven't got a chance of, you know, my son's talking about moving to Adelaide because that's the only place he can think that he might be able to buy a home.
It's an affordable.
It's
He might
more
also
affordable.
like wine and cheese, however.
Yes,
That could be
and
the
he does,
reason.
he does. But you know what I mean? Like,
Yes,
I don't, you know, we want our kids to see opportunities here, and we want to do that. I also just wanted to quickly raise an example.